So go to
Page 24.
yeah, page 24. The fact that indicates. Michael, let's review the fact that indicates what's good about this structure and how can we use it more effectively.
Okay, so the fact that indicates structure is essentially like you're setting up an idea and then trying to prove the idea in the same sentence. So remember last time I said that this part was the reason, the cause. And then this part is the effect. So I could have a sense like the fact that I study all night indicates my high grade in the class. So basically, the cause is because I study all night, I have a high grade in the class.
In this structure, you guys take SAT or AC essay. It's really cool if you just write this down. It shows you understand it well. So this is a good trick to put in the SAT or ACT essay. The fact that I study all night, high grade. The fact that I understand the problem well, in the case I will do well on the competition. So this is a real good trick for that, and also you can do it in your in-class essays. Okay.
The fact that Shakespeare's characters, blah blah blah, shows that this play is.
Okay, yeah. Let's read out this example. Okay.
Okay, the fact that I overcame my adversities shows that I can take on the challenges of college and
Adult life. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Doris, can you read out the next one? The fact that
I didn't have any
feelings.
after the lectures with me.
Okay, Connie.
The fact that water covers empty shows someone has drank.
Okay. Let's write another sentence. You guys, you can take a computer, just type up another sentence with the fact the structure, and then see how you can improve it. Okay. This is really useful form to improve your writing. I want you guys to really know this well.
I use this form way too much in my essays.
Oh, Michael, you used it in college? This is useful?
Yes.
You hear that? Okay, this is useful in college, okay? So you put that in the SAT, perfect score in the essay, okay? Doesn't matter what you put in, okay? Just make sure when you guys know how to use it. Okay. While they are writing, I'll show you a little bit. In the home study doing. Pretty much it's very simple. I just read it. So you can probably read this one. What do you think? You should see no more to do. Use the weather as a first sentence. Trick, okay? Okay. So these are the Russians. Okay, so yeah, this is a good trick. Nice nap. Weather. Okay. So you're not gonna say it, you can say the weather. Okay. Wait, this with this just get short. And dash your this.
Yes, yes.
This is very simple, but you can think of a lot of nonsense, but fill in the words. And that's a lot better than, oh, I saw two cars crashing and I saw it here. So, did you see this?
Yes.
Right? So you cover this up, you don't know, the reader don't know what you're doing. You try to cover up, and then you cover. Okay, you play tennis right now?
No.
Okay, but you know. So what we say is that each student, just activity, with no activity, at least you go to class.
Yes.
Walk into class, I slump in my seat. Teacher sneer at me because I'm late. I sneer back.
I could understand the subject
And
the trembling in my face.
exactly. Or as she turned back, I held up my middle finger up. Okay? So you don't, a lot of kids keep saying, oh, I hate my English class. This one, right? So you have to fill in 100 words, a paragraph. And a lot of kids they jump into conclusion, why? So we just say, just go through class, tell the reader what you're seeing, what you're feeling.
Don't jump to the conclusion.
Right, even if no activities, you gotta go to class, can you talk about these one of your classes?
Yes.
Okay, then we could disconnect it. Yeah, so that's what we haven't given confidence.
Yeah. So the most of the session is just building paragraphs.
Right, and then
I see.
simple sentences, and then based on what we learned today,
Oh.
add a little bit. So those are kind of one-on-one. Right.
College application.
No, he's a junior.
Oh, not yet.
Right. We're building it. If you can write this, then it's a lot easier to. Okay, you see what I mean? Yeah. All right, let's see how these guys are doing. All right, realize this is in there. Okay, that's back there. Okay. Close. C-L-O-T-H-E-S. Okay. Okay, which you copying these examples, which one should I when you sound? All right, that's the first. Alright, so just write simple sentence. You understand the structure?
How do you provide
You understand how the structure works? Yeah, okay.
It's gonna be a few months.
They update the computer?
It froze.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Eunice, you want to put this sentence on the board? Okay. Let's put that on the board. Then we can see if we can make it better. We always want to make sentences better. Oh, Michael. Let's try to make this sentence even longer. Okay, can you read it out loud, Eunice?
The boy is only a teenager, but the fact that he steals lies and causes fights indicates that he may end up in jail later on in his life, which causes his parents to become extremely worried about his future.
Okay. Okay, let's take a look at this. So see the fact that this part. So Eunice does a great job. Okay, remember we learned last time parallel structure. You can put more than one verb here. Okay, don't need to be just one verb. Eunice could say, "Oh, he steals," but why are we doing this more than one verb here, Eunice? What does it do? You have parallel verbs. To emphasize, yes. Okay, to really emphasize your point. Now, you do this, some English teachers I know in high school may not like it. They want this too wordy. But what we're teaching you is like kind of write like a lawyer in college and in life. And this is much better. Okay? Because English teachers doesn't want to grade too many papers. Okay? So in the case that, so that's the part after, right? That. Now, we also learned last time, the week before, how to extend sentence with comma, which causes parents to become extremely worried about his future. Okay, so you keep on extending sentences. So I want to show you, this may look very long, but you break it down, it's not as long as you think. Okay? Okay, Zihong, let's say, is this a simple sentence? The boy is only a teenager.
Yeah.
Very simple, right? But we just keep on adding longer and longer. We just add here, put a comma here, and then the fact that causes become, okay? Now how can we even make this better? This is pretty good already. We always look at, okay, because this is about exercise. You want to make it longer, or even change the words, which become extremely worried. Okay, that may be a little too passive, but I think it's still okay. Another way to do this, causes parents consternation. Consternation and anxiety. What do you think, Michael? Does that work?
Yes.
Okay, so consternation, anxiety. What's consternation mean? Same thing as anxiety. So this is trick. Okay, just like Eunice, you have like parallel verbs.
I don't know about
You do parallel adjective here. Consternation means anxiety. Okay? So what you had is good, but you always want to think about what's alternatives. You kind of think ahead. Okay? So I would say in this case I would suggest this because become worried, still a little passive. Maybe you can think about this, but the whole sentence is very good.
We could also use a active verb.
Active verb.
Yeah, rather consternation, anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
to worry about his future. I can't think of a good word.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So then the point is, I want you guys to try it out. There's no perfect right or wrong, because I know in high school the teacher calls it out. I've seen these high school teachers too wordy, too many adjectives, they cut it out. We don't do any of this here. Okay, we're only gonna make your sentence longer. That's our goal. Okay. So even if it's a little longer, don't think that it's too hard. Okay. You okay, Randy? What?
To agonize about his future.
Oh, agonize about. Oh, cause his parents. Okay, that's also another way. Yeah, Michael's awesome. Okay, you want to make it active? Yeah, to agonize. To agonize. About it, yeah, that's even less future. Okay, to agonize his future.
General rule of thumb for essay writing is that the more active verbs you can use, generally the higher score it's going to get.
Right, because active verbs, words can't jump off the page. Okay. Okay, but the structure, I think, is, good. Okay. Let's see. Okay. You have a better now? Maybe when we stop the computer. Okay, let's see. Rachel, why don't you put your sentence on the board, okay? Let's see if we can make it better. While we wait for Randy to. Yeah, you can just erase that one.
Lost again. Lost. Because it's practice, so those are obviously just yesterday. Pick another word instead of protracted. Good job. Yours. Just like Sherlock, right?
Can you read it out for us, Rachel?
The fact that the laundry was undone indicates that he was overworking himself and returning home late since he always preferred everything to be neat and tidy.
Okay, so to break the sentence down, we have the fact that the laundry was undone. So we have one sentence by itself, the laundry was undone, indicates that he was overworking himself and returning home late. Another sentence, since he always preferred everything to be neat and tidy. So again, sometimes these sentences may seem long and they may seem to carry on for forever, but then when we break them down, we see 1, 2, 3. But the fact that Rachel choose to combine the 3 independent clauses into one sentence shows that it reads better, right? It sounds more sophisticated. It sounds more like it has been given thought on the paper, right? Now, Rachel, how would you make this longer?
Semicolon.
Or maybe just a comma, since he preferred everything to be neat and tidy. Or it doesn't even need to be a complete sentence, right? Comma. Because that makes his wife happy. So So we just a few weeks ago, I think we learned the comma, add the comma to continue on the clause structure. So essentially, you would just add a descriptive phrase that that again drives the meaning of the sentence. Right.
Okay, so let's see. Any way to make the verbs more active?
Verbs.
I think probably that's the next step, right? Was undone. The fact that I always prefer to be. We have neat and tidy.
So sometimes when after we finish the first draft and we're revising it, we go back to the essay and we look for to be verbs. To be verbs are other ones helping verbs. They're really easy to use in the first draft. I mean, the laundry was undone. They express it quite clearly, right? Laundry he was overworking. Sometimes we could choose a better verb, such as remained. So this shows that laundry is not only undone, but it's been undone for a while, right? Indicates that he was overworking. He overworked himself and returned home. Return home late constantly. Says he always preferred everything to be I think we can keep that to be here.
Return home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just can't just avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always try to keep on improving, but it's just a thought process for you guys, okay? How do you make it longer? Okay. Going through the list. Huh?
Also, this is not the subject of the sentence, so usually this idea is kind of it's not the spotlight, so if you use the to be word, that's fine. Good.
You got it ready? You can write now? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Michael, is everyone, I think, got one, so let's talk a little bit about the 17 here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you have your own words, you can describe it too, and then you cut them, read over the examples.
Okay. Okay guys, stop for a second. Let's turn to section 17 at the bottom of page 24. So the if then when and then if then and when then structure. So this is very similar to the fact that it indicates show structure, except that this type of structure shows a choice and a possibility. So let's an example of the sentence will be if you Okay, so in this sentence here, if you had listened to house, then the patient would have lived. So again, there's still the fact that there's a cause and effect structure, except that now the cause structure is now indicates a choice. So if you had done something, right, which usually shows that the person or the subject did not do what the what the sentence had said, or it could if it's not in the past tense, if you then if you study hard, then you will get into the college you want. So again, there's a cause and effect structure, except that that the if structure implies a choice. It's usually between A or B, this or that. With that being said, well, could you start reading the examples for us, please? Starting from here.
Zhi Hong.
Sorry. Could you read this for us, please?
Okay. Someone here?
Yes.
A dependent clause is a parallel series. Set this dependent for special cases.
Sorry.
It can be effective at the end of a single paragraph to summarize the major points in structure, thesis statement, or in the introductory or concluding paragraphs to bring together main points of a composition in a single sentence.
So don't overuse the structure. Use it when you're restating the thesis or really driving a point in your argument. Doris, could you continue with the next example, please?
Whether one is fantasy or whether one is star realism, the theory can depend on.
Connie, next one, please.
If you promise not to keep yourselves under the bed, if you agree to help me without taking under eating and take out the garbage every morning, if you really will love, honor, and cherish, then I might marry.
So this is an extreme example of how you just keep going on with the ifs, giving choice after choice after choice. Randy, could you read the next example, please?
Write what I said wrote and intentions as clear as they can make conclusions.
Rachel, next example, please.
Yeah, it's come to my attention that whenever I am out of town, the students revolt against the teachers.
Eunice, next one, please.
When the rolling tide gets to a certain point before hitting land, then it starts to break. Then will it start to break and create like.
Yeah, the rolling tide is singular, so it starts to break. If it's tides, then it will start. 2 or 3 dependent clauses will work. No matter the number or the position within the sentence, you should arrange the dependent clauses in some sort of increasing impact. So essentially, this structure creates tension and it kind of creates drama in your essays, which makes it exciting, which makes it much more engaged for the reader. Now, try writing some sentences using the if-then and when-then structure. And combine that with the fact that, or any of the any of the techniques that we learned for the past few weeks.
Yeah, just write a simple sentence and just build upon it.
Just write a sentence. Jim likes to play video games. Write a simple sentence and then try to see what you can do with it. Sometimes when we try to make it complicated, to do, right? Write a simple sentence. What's it? Right then. Some pronouns are like to the verbs, such as I am. The person is smart. The person is angry. And rather than saying the person is productively, mentally efficient, or is the person is filled with wrath. So now that you have the sentence, try to see what you can write and place it, because it is it's too passive. In this case, we want the verb to stand out to the reader. Good. Good. So again, if it drives a point, right, creates an emphasis on the effect. Try another one. Use the one and then structure. This one. One day. So whatever time then.
Let's see. Let's see which one sentence pretty good we can write on the board.
Try this.
we are left with?
If she had practiced harder or if she had listened more carefully to her instructor, then she would have passed the first audition and made it into the finals, as everyone could see her potential. However, she refused to nurture her gifts for music.
Oh, you mean it's then, right? Then.
Yeah.
Okay. Michael, how can we make this even better? Maybe you can just put N there first.
We usually don't want contractions within a formal sentence. So rather say would have, we say would have. I think it's good as it is because there's no passive verbs, and I don't know if we want to make this sentence longer.
Well, first of all, yeah, Rachel definitely did a great job of using everything she's learned. You know, commas, you know, semicolons, and it has some twists and turns in this sentence. And this is kind of twist and turn you'll see in the ACT and SAT. The only other suggestion is maybe she refused to nurture her gift for music. Put another synonym for nurture there to emphasize the point. Rachel, what do you think is another right synonym for nurture? What I do is like, okay, I identify, let's say the verb I want to emphasize, okay? So I just right click on word to look at synonyms and just pick one, okay? Okay, so why do you do that? Right click and pick one, okay? I want you to get used to what I do, okay? So you can make this longer, okay? You pick one synonym.
If you don't like the things you see, there's always dictionary.com.
Why?
Foster. Cultivate.
Force? Yeah. Oh, cultivate. I think I like cultivate. Sometimes the words don't come to your mind, okay? And cultivate, okay? And I want you to look like this. Look this way, Rachel. Then you look at is this better? Refuse to nurture and cultivate her. Is this better? Okay. I know your English teacher probably gonna put an X on it. What kind of thing is that? But Michael, is this good?
Yes.
Okay. We don't listen to your English teacher here, okay? So, and again, this is what you're going to see on the SAT reading passages. They throw this at you, and in the middle they put however, and they ask you a question. It could be infer. So what could be inferred from here? That this person is hardworking or not? Rachel, what do you think? Is this
No.
she's not hardworking, but she has a talent, right? So SAT question will actually could be infer. Or what could not be inferred, you know, double negative, okay? So if you know how to write like this, a lot of twists and turns, then you can really do well at SAT, okay? Let's see, do a second. Okay, do you ready to put this on? Okay, then we can see if we can make it even better.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your mouse? Next, please.
If the girl earned an A in the challenging Euro History AP class, European History AP class, then she would feel like she accomplished something because she had been struggling since the beginning of the school year. Her friends were taking an easy health class and were relieved that they didn't take the difficult class, but they continued to laugh at her for deciding to take the class.
Okay, so let's break this down.
Yep, let's break it down.
First sentence.
Oh, Michael, maybe you want to do different color, huh?
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be easier, I think. Oops. Thank you.
Second sentence. First sentence. Third. Okay, so we have 5 independent sentences merged here in this compact, almost long as a paragraph block, which is good. However, I don't feel like we should make it longer, because there would be a point when
It's too long.
Yes,
Okay.
there will be a point where, but I feel like this is right at the limit. So the only thing I would say in all of your writings to look out for is that sometimes when we're putting down the sentence, we tend to write pronouns or words that we think of make sense with this sentence but could be expanded on. Like in this look right here, she would feel like she accomplished something, right? Well, what do you mean by something? Do you mean a personal achievement? Do you mean something challenging?
Probably need more detail on that one.
More
yeah.
detail could be expanded on. A great life challenge. Because she had struggled at the beginning of the school year, her friends would take them easy health another thing we want to look out for is for maybe repeating words. So in the second clause after the semicolon, right, you have class, class, class. Maybe we change
Courses?
courses to take the difficult course.
Course load. Just
Yeah.
vary the structure a little bit.
They continue to laugh at her for taking the AP program. Or so just make it variety, vary the structure a little bit, see, again, right click, see which sentence you can put, and if you feel like it's still repetitive, you could say, continue to laugh at her. They continue to laugh at her for deciding to take on the challenge. To take on the astoundingly difficult task. So instead of just saying class, difficult class, they took an easy class, we change it up, make it if we change the structure, we could kind of still retain the same meaning, same feeling that the sentence is trying to express.
Okay.
Yes, does that make sense?
Yeah, but I'd like to point out that's also another good trick. Remember in the previous example, Rachel, I said, okay, you pick zone in, let's say, on a adjective, just find a synonym for that. Another way you could do this, okay, let's say you're gonna zone in on difficult, okay? You could put an adverb here, astoundingly. Okay, because adverbs are usually underused, especially by high school students. So you use it, it's just, the sentence just comes more alive that way. Okay, so always think, hey, and adjectives are actually overused. So you could balance a little bit, use a little more adverb, less adjective. Okay, so if you break it down, you could write longer sentences. Just kind of combine them. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So anyone have any questions on this? Okay. Okay. So again, always when you write sentences, start with a real simple one and just keep adding on to it. Commas, adjective, adverb, make it longer. Okay? Okay, let's see. Let's go to the next one. When 25, page 25. This is 18. Okay, using more commas in a sentence. Okay, I think we already kind of jump ahead. Okay, but let's kind of see how we try and break it down. Commas is more of a sophisticated presentation. Okay, so we have sentence plus A, B, and C. So it's kind of just like here. Okay, well I'll draw this up. Eunice, can you read out this paragraph? This pattern?
This pattern is the simplest form of the series. The items making up the sentence are separated by commas, and in this special pattern there is no conjunction linking the final two items. Omitting this conjunction in the series here is effective for it gives your sentence a quick staccato sound and a sound of crispness and liveliness. Remember that tone and sound fluency are important considerations.
Okay, yeah. So it's not just the words, you want to see how it sounds out. Because when you read it, you can discuss sound to you. Right? Rachel, can we have the example? The government?
The government was designed to protect your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness.
Okay. So you notice how three things at end give great emphasis. Okay? Being mentioned, you guys seen this before, okay? So that's an example of just using commas. Okay, more examples. Randy, next one. The United States. More examples.
The United States has a government of the people, by the people, for the people.
Okay. Connie, next.
The goals of the apology awareness movements read the bar, air, drink of water, live in both place, and
Viable soil.
viable soil, and oceans.
Okay. And Doris.
Shortly after midnight,
Serene.
And cherry, serious
Excuse me.
performance, desirability,
Serious.
serious,
Gradually.
begins to.
Okay. Doris, you know what serene means? Anyone know what serene means? Randy, do you know what serene means? Eunice, do you know? Night in a serene. Okay, you guys should type up the sentence, okay? We'll break this down for you. This is also a very good sentence.
Does it mean quiet?
Yes. Okay. Mysterious. It's kind of like an SAT word. You guys don't know. You guys. Yes, quiet. Moments. The night. Looming. Okay. This word, serious. Does anyone know what that means? Without looking up dictionary.com. Gradually begins to bloom. What do you guys think it means? Is it like a plant or flower? Right? Shortly after. Midnight. Okay, I want to put this down. Okay, Rachel, shortly after midnight. This is very simple, right? Shortly after. But how do we make it a little less, simple? We just add, some preposition phrases, right? In a quiet, serene, enchanting, mysterious performance. A, B, C, right? A, B, C. Three adjectives, okay? Mysterious performance. Okay, so now, before it was over here, right, Rachel? Now it becomes here, right? Okay, and the home, what's the subject of this sentence? What's the subject?
The night blooming series.
Okay, actually, serious, okay, that's night blooming is an adjective, right? This is the subject, okay? So, let's say we start a simple sentence, extend to here. We put a subject here, put an adjectives here. Now we're down to here. This is an adverb. So, what's the verb here? Begins, right? Remember I just said before, now you use an adverb. Begins to bloom. So, Zihong, is this sentence structure really hard?
Actually not.
Actually not, yeah. But at first it's you think at first look it's hard? Rachel? Well, you wrote the sentence longer than this. You said it. You think this structure is easy or hard?
Easy.
Oh, okay.
Do we need an and after the verb, like before the verb? Like the comma?
Okay, which one?
Like serene, enchanting, do you need an and or?
Oh, I see. It's A, B, C. Serene, enchanting, mysterious performance. What do you think, Michael?
Do we have to?
You don't have to.
Yeah, probably don't have to. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's kind of optional, right? You may that's a good point. You may see this as SAT try to trick you, right? And depending whether that's the best answer, okay. But so grammatically, at least, you don't have to, right, Michael?
Mm-hmm.
So grammatically, you don't have to. You could put this and in here because A, B, C, right? Could be A, could be A, B, and C, okay? So what are we really doing? You just identify the subject, you add adjectives in front. You identify the verb. Rachel, what do you do to the verb? You have two choices, add adjectives or put another verb as a synonym, right? Okay? So, and then, so let's say, okay, let's pretend this is the sentence, okay? Let's just start from here. So the night bloom series gradually begins to bloom. That's the sentence, right? So that's a very easy sentence, right? So what we do is like we put like a preposition phrase in front to make it sophisticated. You see? Just like that, it sounds pretty cool. Right? Does it sound pretty cool to you? Okay? So we just that. So so that's why we say always start with an easy sentence. Okay? Subject begins with boom, very easy. Then you plop something. What? Okay? Let's try something like this. Okay? Don't try to go for the end. Try a really easy sentence. Just try something like this. Subject, very easy. The flower begins to bloom. Okay?
This is a great way to summarize what you write in a text, whether it's sociology, history, or literature, and this makes it sound very sophisticated. It's
Yeah.
really bringing
Yeah, honey, is this a very easy sentence? The flower begins to bloom. Everyone can write that. And before, then you add all these things and you have this, okay? I want everyone to write something like this.
Start with a simple sentence. Good. Now just add a preposition before. Does make it rise. Maybe describe where is the place? Is it a town? Is it a forest? Is it a mountain? And then describe what you see. See, hear, smell. Have fun. Play with it. Have fun with it. Now try to see if you can add a preposition. Either the general pronouns, tones before it, depending on what's maybe as a leech was leaking before. As dry blood was still staying perfect tasting. Because this sounds like a eating horror game. We need an and here. Use. The ABC structure is only for adjectives. Sometimes for adjectives you have to add for verbs. You want to add to distinguish the three of them. Now it's the ABC structure. ABC. What did you start? The sun begins to rise and allows me to depart. Sun is and yes. The trick is to just take something, describe 3 times, have 3 adjectives, have 3 actions. Yes, could you read the sentence for us, please?
After a long period of time listening and watching the professor explain a very difficult concept in anatomy, the students were either sleeping on the table, doodling on the worksheets, or texting their friends under the desk, but the professor continued to drone on in his monotonous way.
Sleeping on the table, you mean?
Oh,
That's a new verb, you mean tabling. Alright, Michael, let's see if you can break it down.
yes. So, I like the way that Eunice used the verb participle structure that we went over last time. Essentially, extended the sentence using ing verbs. So rather than saying after a long time, the professor listened. After a long time, the students had listened and watched the professor. So if you just put listening and watching, we know what is happening, and we find out that the subjects later were students. The only thing that needs to be corrected was that we have the ABC structure, right? A, sleeping, B, doodling, and C, texting, right? We can't have either, because either only describes two actions. The students were either sleeping or texting their friends, that's either, right? And the way to fix it is just take it off. Or sleeping on the desk, or texting their friends on the desk. But the professor continued to draw as monotonous voice. Yeah, for the last sentence, it's essentially, even though all this is happening, professor's still talking, right? Apparently he has no awareness of what's going on in the class. Making the sentence longer, make it more descriptive, sending the C to be even more detailed. Yeah, excellent work, yes.
We get ABC, okay.
Yes.
Alright, good.
Do you
Michael,
want
who-
to-
yeah, does anyone, who do you think is like kind of ready, we could
I like Rachel's.
Oh, okay, yeah, Rachel, let's
You're writing, right? Okay. See, this is a blank page right now. Let's just fill it up with words. We'll fix it. We'll worry about fixing it later. Okay. Whatever you have on a page, it's good. Or not, it's fine. Tom's right. Do you mean to say that the world created the most beautiful view? Okay, get rid of this comment. Okay, we will keep the tenses consistent, so when you give a past tense, right, either change everything to past tense or change this to present tense. Okay, now this is present tense, right? What's the subject? Of this word, what's the subject? So the beautiful will create the most beautiful view. When you have a verb, is it singular or plural? Okay, so let's create. Yes. This is also next. Good. Just be. Yes. Okay. Good. Very well. It's easy, right? Just a lot of thinking.
As the police filed in one by one through the door, they saw there was nothing in the room, emphasizing the fact that the walls are clean,
stunningly white and free of imperfections. Nothing gave away the fact that a party, math lesson, or murder had taken place in a small enclosed space.
Party and murder, ooh.
There's a police. So there's nothing. So Rachel used the as if structure, which we just learned right now, or last week.
Oh.
Besides the fact that the walls were clean, white. So I like the example that Rachel gave us because rather than put all these independent clauses into one sentence, we see here that she has so numbers are independent clauses, which means they're sentenced by themselves. Letters are dependent clauses, which show that they're just phrases. So the key using these tricks, you don't have to have a bunch of sentences already written and then put them together using grammar or these techniques. You could essentially just put whatever words on the board, right? And it doesn't have to be a complete sentence. What's the subject doesn't matter, but as long as you know how to use participles, how to use the list, and how to use the comma, you could have essentially these words that don't make sense, and then when you connect them together, it'll make the sentence sound more sophisticated, make it better. Yeah, and also there's no more pronouns, right? No more something is something, it is what it's very specific, and the reader knows exactly what the paragraph is talking about. Any questions? Okay.
Okay, maybe, let's see, how much did you guys get to the grammar from last time?
Maybe question 3.
Question 3, okay.
Because last time you were pretty about.
Right, okay, I think we should, let's.
Okay.
Okay.
Could I have the?
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Yeah.
So you had to go with 11.
Yeah, no problem, it is, okay, so, yeah.
Eunice, could you finish this entire section, please?
This is chapter
Yes, section 7. Oh. Have a good weekend.